Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up, my people? Most welcome to this live session, to this live edition. My name is Yugaman, and hey, I'm so excited to be talking to you guys today. So, this is a weekend chat. We're gonna have a weekend chat. We're chatting away. I'm gonna be talking about my country, Uganda, and of course, I'm gonna let you know some of the things you really need to know as you come to this country or as you plan to visit Uganda. Now, if this is your first time seeing my face on YouTube, please do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to click that bell button so that you turn the notifications on and never miss out on any of my updates. So, guys, first things first, let's talk about Uganda. Of course, Uganda is a country that is located in East Africa. Okay, Uganda got her independence in 1962 on 9th October. All right, so this country, of course, is the pearl of Africa. All year round, Uganda is a country that has very unique seasons, very interesting periods. So you can visit this country any time of the year, and that is what it means. So because I want you guys to have some insights as you plan to visit, or if you're already here and there are some things you haven't known. So it's very important that we start off and share some of the things that you should be able to know as an individual that is going to be visiting Uganda, or as somebody that is already here, but you would like to know something. So I'm going to share some of the common things you should expect. Okay, some of the common things you should expect when you come to Uganda. Of course, Uganda is a country of a population of about 42 million people, with many cultures and many backgrounds of people and many ethnicities. Okay, so people here speak different languages. And when I talk about different languages, I talk about 52 different languages. Of course, there are those that are from the central, from the west, from northern, and from southern. They do have a lot of common traits within them, but necessarily not all the same. So when it comes to food, when it comes to dance, when it comes to language, when it comes to dressing, Uganda has it all. The various tribes, the various peoples from different parts of this country dress differently. And that is one of the things that you should look out for. So if you're going to come to this country, don't expect all the people that you find in Uganda to be the same. We have different people from different backgrounds, and that is what is very important for you to know at this point. So, first things first, what's the capital city of Uganda? Okay, also, this is something very important to know. The capital city of Uganda is Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda, and as such, if you're visiting, you will know that the capital city of Uganda is Kampala. But of late, there are new cities that have been introduced. And if you're going to be visiting Uganda, maybe later on this year, when COVID has gone down, you will realize that you will find more than one city that have been listed in Uganda. And that is because so many other towns are now becoming cities, which is a very also important thing for you to note, that if you'll be coming to Uganda, you're going to find so many other cities that have been set up. So there will be Jinja City, there will be Mbara City, there will be Masaka City. So all these other cities are new, but of course, you should note that the capital city is Kampala. Okay? The currency that we use in Uganda is called the Uganda Shilling. the Uganda shilling, which goes for about $1 goes for about between 3,600 to 3,800, in between there. That is what you also need to know. So once you come in with your dollars, with your pounds, know that you'll be changing them to Uganda shillings. And it is the currency that is mostly used. Okay, so whether you come with your dollars or your pounds, make sure that you go to a nearby forex bureau when you get into the country and change your currency and change your money to the currency that will allow you to access all services within Uganda. And of course, like I have said, $1 goes for about 3,600, between 3,600 to 3,800 Uganda shillings. So that's roughly like the estimate. That's roughly the estimate that you need to be looking at. So the other thing you need also to realize is that forex bureaus, most of them work only daytime. So if you get to Kampala in the night, you may not have, there are a few that work in the night, but you need to have done your research properly so that you can be able to exchange your money in the night. But most of the forex bureaus in Kampala do work, in Uganda actually, do work during the time. So that is very, very key also to note. And it's also important not to forget that when you're in Kampala, you need to be sharp. Okay, you need to be sharp. I think just like any other towns or any other cities around the world, you need to be sharp when you are in Kampala. You need to be able to ask from people you think can be able to direct you. People in Uganda really are very free people, very, very free people. They do help anyone that is stranded, and they can also direct you where you're going in case you just can't find the place that you have been looking for. So it's very, very, very key. Okay, so if you are coming from the European countries, and especially those that speak English, the Ugandans will call you Muzungu. Okay, now Muzungu is just a word used to refer to somebody coming from the European countries. That's what you need to know. So you don't have to get offended by the term Muzungu. It simply refers to people that are coming from the European countries. All right. So you want to go out, you want to go hang out. There are quite a number of, by the way, Uganda is one of those blessed countries where if you want to visit, you have plenty of places to go to. And these range from mountains, uh, River Nile, bungee jumping, um, gorilla trekking, bird watching, lots of things. When it comes to food, there is no country in Africa, and I'll talk on behalf of Africa. There is no country in Africa that has food, plenty of food, like Uganda does. And plenty of food, I talk about various types, different types of food, like Uganda does. Uganda has a lot, of different foods, which I think I have watched, some people who have visited Nigeria. They say Nigeria has a lot of food, but Uganda has a lot of food. So if you're coming to Uganda, please get ready. Away from visiting the mountains, the gorilla trekking, bird watching, make sure that you come and taste the local cuisines. Very, very, very interesting stuff. Luombo, very key. Rolex, matoke, groundnuts, cassava, all lots of things. So just brace yourself to be able to taste some of that food. And of course, this food is available in restaurants, and hotels. So when you visit there, look at the menu and find what is suitable for you, what is really a very interesting dish for you, and then just make sure that you order that and check out the food so that you really never go back to your country without checking out the Ugandan food. So it is very key to know that we have really lots and lots of food um, within Uganda. Okay, beer. Okay, when we talk about party life, there is no way I can fail to talk about beer because I know so many people. Once they visit a country, then you need to check out the party life. You need to go and check out the things that happen at night. When do people party? How much party essentials go for and stuff. So in Uganda, many of the hangouts, call them party spots, are free entry. Okay, are free entry. But of course, there is security, and some also qualify you as you enter, just to make sure they don't get the wrong crowd into the venue. Okay, so um, there are spots, there are night hangouts that are paid for. Okay, that are paid for, and it will depend. Sometimes it's about $10 for you to get in, or 15, but usually not more than $30 for any club. So yeah, you go pay that and you enter and have your fun. But most of the hangout spots are free in Kampala. So what you need to do is to have your money, go check in, and be able to buy a beer. A beer usually costs between 1.5 to $3. Okay, 1.5 to $3. That's the cost of the beer in a night hangout, an average night hangout in Kampala. So you need to be able to know that. Now, if you come into Uganda, you remember that Uganda has what we call OTT, okay, over the counter tax. That is actually called also social media tax. So when you come in here and you've been using your internet and then you find your internet going off, you can't access Facebook, you can't access Twitter, you will just have to pay 200 Uganda shillings. I don't know how many cents those are in dollars. That's what you'll have to pay for you to access social media services. So this is something that happens to everybody within the Ugandan territory. Once you come, then you are supposed to pay social media tax, which is OTT, to get access to social media pages. So don't get worried when you step at the airport or when you step into the borders and you enter the country, and then you can no longer access your Facebook, you can no longer access your Twitter, your Instagram, and WhatsApp. All you have to do is branch to a mobile money agent and make sure that your OTT is paid for. Now, if you also want to buy airtime, yes, we no longer have scratch cards. We don't have scratch cards in Uganda. You just move to a mobile money agent, then you upload or you actually top up your airtime onto your line. So that is a very, very important part. For those of you who come from countries where you still have scratch cards, we don't have scratch cards in Uganda. Okay? Now, to talk about things like towns that are most interesting. There are so many towns that I would love you to visit, but I would recommend that when you're in Uganda, please ensure to check out some of these amazing towns. Jinja Town is a home to so many wonderful experiences, from hotels to visiting the source of the River Nile to visiting one of Uganda's most beautiful bridges, the Nile Bridge, and also bungee jumping, camping, and so many other things in Jinja Town. So you may just need to go check out that and see It will make a lot of interesting aspects for you. Then another town you should be able to check out is Fort Portal. Now, Fort Portal is a very wonderful town that has got lots of things to see. Okay, from the crater lakes to the beautiful restaurants to the beautiful sceneries of the rivers and so many other aspects of nature. So this town, Fort Portal, is very wonderful. So if you come to Uganda, I would recommend that it's one of the towns that you really go and check out. And of course, Mbarara town is good as well. So there are so many other things you can see in Mbarara town. That's in Western Uganda. It's a very good spot or good place for you to go and check out some of the things as well. So if you're in Kampala or you're in Uganda, the white small vans, the 14-seater vans, are called taxis, and those are the ones that people use, the public uses to move from one place to another. Now, unlike in other countries where vans have numbers or vans have different routes, in Kampala, you actually look for the place. You must know the place where you're going, and these vans usually have somebody calling on passengers to join in or to enter the vans. So you need to know the location, you need to know the place that you're going to. If you're not sure of the exact destination, then you need to ask, because those taxi parks or where the taxis park, they always have taxi guides who will guide you, taxi guides actually, taxi guides who will guide you to the right taxi that will take you to the place where you're going. But most importantly, you need to know the name of the place where you are going. Okay, so fantastic. So those are some of the things that I think you should be able to know when you come to Kampala. So guys, don't forget to click to subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on the notifications bell. I'll see you guys another time as I discuss a different topic.